Pats Nation, take a breath. Tonight we've got backroom chatter that could shake up the defensive rotation, a burner of an offensive target lighting up the radar, leadership turning up the heat, and one sneaky metric that changes the whole conversation around Foxboro. Is a key piece about to walk? Is a new name already lined up to come in? And the pressure may be falling on someone you didn't expect. Let's connect the dots without giving away the twist too early and expose the plan that could rewrite the AFC. Would you go all in now or wait one more week? You won't believe what we've got today, so get comfy, smash the like button, and let's roll. Foxboro never sits still, and tonight proves it. While a lot of people assumed the focus would be purely on reinforcing the roster, something flipped the script. Anthony Jennings, one of the most physical outside backers on this team, is being floated in trade talks before the deadline. Yes, that Jennings, the guy who not long ago felt like part of the defense's backbone. The rumor hit like a bombshell because it lands right after New England moved on from Kyle Duggar and Keon White, two holdovers from the Belichick era. Mike Vrabel, the new boss, is clearly shaping this roster in his own image, with zero fear of unpopular calls, and that alone is a statement to the locker room and the rest of the league. Now, Vrabel has praised Jennings publicly. He's always prepared, he makes the most of every chance. But league buzz says his name is very much in those behind-the-scenes calls. Some will tell you it's strictly schematic. In this new defense, you need max versatility and speed off the edge, and maybe he's only a partial fit. Others push back, saying Jennings has been adjusting and climbing again. Either way, something bigger feels in play. Maybe Vrabel is clearing cap room and snaps to tee up a heavier swing before the buzzer. The numbers won't scare anyone. 199 career tackles, 6.5 sacks on a 3-year, $12 million deal with $5.5 million guaranteed. That's not a backbreaker. But when you're leading the AFC and want flexibility to pounce on opportunities, every dollar matters. And let's be real. When a staff leans into Kalavan Chesson, a late bloomer, opposite Harold Landry, a guy Vrabel knows from Tennessee, that's the coach betting on his prototypes. What stings is the symbolism. Jennings is a Patriot-made player, built in the old system. Seeing his name on the block is more than a transaction. It's the signal that the Vrabel era truly started. The fan base is split. Some love the boldness, others are mourning the end of a chapter. But if you think that twist was wild, the next one could reshape how we view this offense and the Patriots' path to the 1 seed. And no, that's not hype. It's a real decision point with ripple effects the size of December football. This offense is in a fascinating place, solid, but towing the line between stability and explosion. Against the Falcons, Stephon Diggs flashed again with another touchdown, and Demario Douglas delivered the best game of his career. 4 catches, 100 yards, a score that set Gillette on fire. Everything felt locked in until the gut punch hit. Keyshawn Bota, the young riser who'd been stacking good weeks, exited early with a hamstring strain. Grade 1, he said, better than it could have been, but we all know how that story can drag for weeks if you rush it. The reaction was immediate. Add speed. Now, and the hottest name on the board is Rashid Shaheed from the Saints. Young, explosive, affordable. He's the exact profile Vrabel and the offense seem to crave to keep this tempo humming. And the back channel chatter is real. New Orleans is open for business while they retool for 2025, and New England is doing homework. That fit makes football sense. He's not a WR1, but he doesn't need to be here. He's been productive despite quarterback chaos, and this season alone, he's sitting at 44 receptions for 499 yards and 2 touchdowns. Right in the same neighborhood as what Boot was giving you before the hammy scare. The price? Talk is a 3rd-round pick. That's not nothing, but the Pats have draft capital after recent moves. This is the fork in the road. Push a pick to keep the offense on top of the AFC while Boot heals, or trust the room. Bet on a quick recovery and hold on to assets for a bigger swing later. Fan take is split down the middle. If you're trying to win right now, go get the juice, one post screamed. The more cautious voices remind everyone that Shaheed's had his own nicks and that the Diggs-Douglas connection is already cashing in. As for Vrabel, he doesn't tip his hand, and he's not shy about decisive moves. If I told you the loudest tremor isn't even on a fence, would you believe me? Because there's a defensive ripple out there with a name big enough to change February math. This one stops even the most seasoned fans in their tracks. Is this actually happening? The Patriots, sitting atop the AFC East at 7-2, might be lining up a throwback-era power move on defense. Jordan Schultz dropped the bomb. The Miami Dolphins are listening to calls on 5-time Pro Bowler All-Pro safety Minkah Fitzpatrick. And guess who's been floated among the interested? New England. If your eyebrows just hit your hairline, same here. The timing is what makes it sizzle. The Patriots just shipped Kyle Duggar to Pittsburgh and moved on from Jabril Peppers before the season kicked off. The room that once embodied the Patriot way, disguise, IQ, clean angles, is in rebuild mode. Fitzpatrick is the fix that could restore that swagger. He's a field general, a game flipper, the kind of presence that makes coordinators bolder and corners calmer. It's not cheap and it's not simple, but it is the kind of swing that tells a locker room, we're not just building, we're hunting. Zoom out, and it still tracks. Miami just moved Jalen Phillips for a third, signaling a broader reset. Vrabel, a defensive lifer, understands the multiplier effect of a top safety who can align everyone and erase mistakes before they happen. Yes, there's cap to consider, but New England has room, and more importantly, it has a clock to exploit. Drake Maye on a rookie deal, core vets bought in, a roster with real balance. You take your shots when the window is open. Fitzpatrick thrived in Pittsburgh's complexity. He wouldn't blink at what the Patriots run. Dropping him in post Duggar is like bolting an anchor onto a ship mid-storm. The emotional punch lands too. It broadcasts to the rest of the AFC that this isn't a feel-good overachiever, it's a contender fortifying the back end for the stretch. Twitter, forums, bars around New England, it's loud. Make it happen. Don't bleed picks. Do it if the number's right. This is the rare rumor that makes football sense, cap sense, and culture sense all at once. But maybe it's also setting the stage for the message of the night, the one coming straight from the face of the franchise. A win is always a win, but Sunday's 24-23 escape over the Falcons left Pats fans with mixed feelings. The final score kept New England level with the league's best record, but it also delivered the rockiest night yet for Drake Maye. 6 sacks, 1 interception, 2 fumbles, 1 lost. For a quarterback who's been playing at a borderline elite level in year 2, it was turbulence, and a reminder that development never moves in a straight line. Here's what matters more: leadership under fire. Post-game, Maye stood there and owned it. I've got to play better for this team. We won, but everyone in that locker room knows we can be so much more. That's the tone of a franchise quarterback. And if you watched the sideline, you saw Vrabel in his ear after almost every series. Stern, direct, relentlessly constructive. Maye said it himself. Vrabel hammers him to lead, especially when it's messy. That's how you grow a young star in real time, tight standards, no panic. Even in a bumpy night, the production was real. 19 of 29, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns, 20 rushing yards, and oh yeah, his 8th straight game with a passer rating over 100, a new franchise record. That's why the locker room rides with him. Stephon Diggs spelled it out. Mistakes happen, but when a guy still drags you to a win on an off night, that's special. I'm riding with him, center Garrett Bradbury echoed it. Maye can do it all, and they want the ball in his hands when it matters. The assignment now is simple and urgent. Alchemize a shaky win into fuel for Tampa Bay. Protection has to be cleaner. The ball has to come out on time. The details, the small stuff that decides January, need to bite. The upside? This team hasn't hit its ceiling. Not close. If the line tightens up and the penalties shrink, this offense becomes a storm front. And the real question echoing through Foxboro isn't about one rough night. It's about how quickly a good team can harden into a terrifying one. If the same edge we saw in that fourth quarter shows up next week, buckle up. Pats Nation, if tonight proved anything, it's that the Vrabel era is in motion and unapologetic. If Jennings truly becomes trade currency, that's a chess move to clear the runway for reinforcements. On offense, the boot dilemma flips the speed now versus patience later lever, and Shaheed would be an instant accelerator if the price lands right. On defense, the Fitzpatrick possibility restores the Patriot way's signature: brains, range, and timely violence. And even on a turbulent night, Maye put his fingerprints all over the leadership piece that separates contenders from pretenders. Now it's on you. Do we push our chips in before the deadline or protect the draft board? Drop your take, hit like, subscribe, and share this with that one Pats fan who lives for trade.